French President Emmanuel Macron has held talks with Libyan rivals Prime Minister Fayez al-Serraj and Libya National Army leader Khalifa Haftar. In a statement, Macron expressed hopes for a ceasefire. He's also optimistic that the meeting will lay a framework for inclusive elections in the North African nation. The talks come days after Haftar declared victory over rival armed groups in the battle for Libya's second largest city, Benghazi. Western countries are pushing for a political solution to unify the oil-producing nation. Libya plunged into turmoil after the ousting of Muamar Gadaffi. The chaos has allowed ISIL as well as drug and human traffickers to thrive in the North African country. Well, let's bring you more details and some analysis on these latest developments. We're joined now from Cairo by CGTN's Adel Al-Marouki. Adel, so just to begin with, what exactly do we know so far about the outcome of that meeting in Paris?
Well, it's a 10-point agreement through which both Fayez al-Serraj, as president of the Presidential Council and backed by the United Nations as a government that should form a transition, and from the other side, Marshal Khalifa Haftar, the head of the Libyan National Army. They've agreed on 10 points. The key points, briefly, are to cease fire among the political rival in this conflict, to quickly work on having complete election. According to President Macron, this will happen next spring, so we're talking from March to May next year. At the same time, they will work together to disarm militant groups, to reinstate fighters into civil work or civil life in a transition period that aims to make secure arms not just spread between Libyan tribes and factions, but to be with a unified security authority that seems from the agreement, although not said explicitly, that General Khalifa Haftar will be responsible for.
Indeed, it seems so far that this is the most significant step towards peace in Libya that we've seen in a very long time. Adel, what's the reaction so far from leaders in the region? Well,
President Macron and al-Serraj with General Khalifa Haftar have just wrapped up their press conference just minutes ago. So we're still waiting for reactions from the region. But the Arab League has been encouraging all sides to resort to dialogue. And this comes in a significant process to show that the political solution for Libya will take the political dialogue process. But at the same time, there are concerns that the situation on the ground might not be as bright as what appeared in today's meetings and the declarations in Paris. Both have renewed their commitment to the Khairat agreement in Morocco, which the UN endorsed, the Arab League endorsed, which means that most nations concerned with the Libyan crisis should not have any concerns with Paris's agreement.
All right, we'll leave it there for now. Thanks very much for that update, Adel Al-Marouki, live for us in Cairo on those encouraging developments that we're seeing coming out of Paris.